Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still at around 21.5K. We're basically in I think it's day 5 of a very long sideways movement here, down here. It really is, and I texted it in the Telegram chat group earlier today. It's really one of the tightest multi-day ranges that I've personally seen in crypto. Honestly, within 5 days we have barely moved. This is extremely unusual. We had something similar up here, but it was not that tight, so volatility now is even smaller and it takes a little bit longer. So yeah, absolutely crazy. Paint is still drying here. It's really like watching paint dry. It takes very long. Not the right paint, unfortunately. It takes really long. So we take a look at that in a minute, what's happening here. Unchanged here, the high level wave count, nothing to add to the previous videos. Still 3 1-2 setups here possible. We might possibly reduce it to 2 1-2 setups if we go below the critical level at $20,700. But even if we drop below 20,700, it would not make the bearish scenario necessarily much more likely, because actually the key level here to watch out for is the 18.9K level. That is the last resort for the bulls, and until we go below this level, the bulls are successfully defending the bullish scenario. Only if we go below this level, I would consider here something different, something more bearish for Bitcoin. Until then, we have two scenarios. Yeah, as I said, this 1-2 setup, or even a leading expanding diagonal that Bitcoin did. Let me just find the chart. Here, the Bitcoin leading diagonal, where we can count all of this already as a completed 5-wave move. Not too unrealistic, it's less realistic or less likely than the impulsive wave structure that I had. But yeah, here then, this is a wave 1 and we're now coming down in a wave 2. But also here in this scenario, I would believe that we will go once more lower here, one more dip. And locally, the targets are very similar. Let's zoom in here to the 1 hour chart, what we're doing here. Normally it's interesting to update the 1 hour chart, but at the moment really nothing is happening here. But yeah, there's a couple of possibilities here on the chart that we want to talk about. Let me move that out first. There's a couple of possibilities here, and overall, as I said, if you look at this from the high at 25K, we came down in what I believe was an ABC structure, and in the wave C, which is a 5-wave move, we've already done the wave 1, the wave 2, the wave 3, possibly the wave 4 already, or we still are in the wave 4, and then the wave 5 down would come next. That can take us down to 19.5K. Yeah, there are 3 key levels: 20,450, 20,100, and then to 19,450. These key levels are relevant for that wave 5 at the moment. But when can we expect it to be complete? Well, I told you in the previous video or videos, what is very important is here. You see this level here, the 2-4 line, 2-4, this connection. If we go below this level, it will be a good indication that indeed we are going lower and the impulse to the downside is already starting. Here earlier today, as you can see, just a couple of hours ago, we broke that level, but it was a fake out. So it's holding for now. But this level needs to break substantially, which means we go below it, we retest it from below and then drop down further. If that drops, that's the best and the earliest indication that this wave 4 is already in. Yeah, so in this scenario of an A, B, C pattern in a wave 4, we peaked here at around 21.9K and now are already in the impulse of a wave 1, the wave 2, but now we would need to move down in a wave 3. That is one scenario. The other scenario is here in white, that we had, this as well as a wave A. We then came down here in a wave B. Yeah, in a wave B here. It's a slightly different count, and now because each of these waves then consists of a WXY. Bit too complicated, I don't really want to go into detail, but that would allow the wave C to go still a little bit higher. That's possible, as I said before. As long as we stay below 22.2k, we can expect reasonably this scenario of a wave 4 peak and then the wave 5 down to play out. If we go impulsively above 22.2k, then I think we can expect a rally all the way up to 23.3k. And if we go above that level, yeah, then we are looking at higher anyway. But that 22.2k level is very relevant. So at the moment, unfortunately, not much movement. Sideways range, but normally when you get that and the volatility is coming down, you then expect very, very shortly an impulsive move, a very strong impulsive move either way. Yeah, we can also take a look, how do the Bollinger Bands actually looking like? Yeah, you can see they are getting condensed down again. They're getting smaller and smaller. The Bollinger Bands here, whenever that happens and these contract, look how small they are. I mean, if you look at all of this here, I think in this whole period here, the Bollinger Bands haven't been that small. Normally when that happens, that they indeed are so small, you get a massive move. And you see when we had a very long sideways move here as well, and the Bollinger Bands got quite squeezed here at the end. Then we saw quite a strong move up, and that then was quite volatile. Here it got thinner again, and then we saw a massive move. So these Bollinger Bands, whenever they get squeezed, you typically see quite a strong move happen afterwards. Yeah, so strong. When the price gets squeezed and doesn't move, then it's followed usually by an explosion, which happened here as well to the downside. So it will be interesting. Yeah, we can only wait for that. Can't really say when it's happening, but what I can tell you is this sideways range can't obviously last forever. So it will be interesting, and I'll keep you updated here about Bitcoin and the chart. Okay, yeah, and that's my update about Bitcoin. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Every Sunday for channel members, there's a live stream. A member live stream at 5 p.m. UTC. We have the Telegram live chat groups. There's an announcements channel. There's a channel with shorter term market updates and signals. All sorts of things you see when I buy and sell, and much additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.